out. हमारा स्टूडियो का नंबर अभी आप अभी कॉल करके कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं अपनी हेल्थ से रिलेटेड, फिटनेस से रिलेटेड, एक्सरसाइज से रिलेटेड, वेट गेन से रिलेटेड, वेट लॉस से रिलेटेड, और इन जनरल हमारे किसी टॉपिक से रिलेटेड जो हम अभी बात करेंगे, या फिर इफ यू इंटरेस्टेड इन गेटिंग टू नो लिटिल बिट अबाउट आवर प्रोग्राम्स, यू हैव अ क्वेश्चन अबाउट हाउ द प्रोग्राम्स वर्क, आप डिफरेंट नंबर स्टूडियो पे कॉल कर सकते हैं 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. ये है स्टूडियो का नंबर. Again, you are listening to Rachna and Rachna's Fitness Show. I do come every Wednesday for about more than 7 years now. I've been doing these radio shows. I'm the owner of Rachna's Wellness that was started about more than 11 years ago. And हमारे जो सेंटर की इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको हमारी वेबसाइट पे मिलेगी. हमारी वेबसाइट है rachnaradio.com, RACHNA rachnaradio.com. ये हमारी वेबसाइट का नाम है, एड्रेस है. आप यहाँ पे जाके हमारे ऑफ कोर्स प्रोग्राम्स, कॉन्टैक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन चेक कर सकते हैं. इफ़ यू डेफिनेटली इंटरेस्टेड इन सेटिंग अप एन अपॉइंटमेंट टू कम एंड टॉक टू मी टू सी व्हाट योर फिटनेस गोल्स आर, एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स आई कैन रिकमेंड यू समथिंग अकॉर्डिंगली. आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. हमारा फ़ोन नंबर है 408-320-8111. अगेन 408-320-8111. And I think running a business in fitness or running, I don't think it's more of a business. It's more of my passion that, of course, I've created into something that I enjoy doing. And it's been about good 11 years now. And, of course, been doing this for a long, long, long time. And it's definitely a process that I enjoy. And I think it's a milestone, you know, having been doing this for such a long time now. So, but again, उससे पहले अगर आप interested हैं to get to know to exactly how our programs work, and you know, आपको details चाहिए हमारे program के बारे में, आप definitely call कर सकते हैं. Again, the number to get in touch with us to get registered, I'll give you some details about the program, but the phone number to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. Website again is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA rachnaradio.com is the website to get in touch with us. And again, you can always contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/rachnaradio, facebook.com/rachnaradio. Okay, so again, information हमारे programs के बारे में, of course, all of the programs are designed definitely for Desi people. So they, of course, start with, of course, the first, you know, process of kind of understand what your goals are, what your, you know, weight loss goals are, weight gain goals are, you know, weight loss, strength training goals are, exactly where in the body you wanted to focus on. If you have any limitations, let's say you've had a knee surgery or an ankle twist or some kind of a fracture or some kind of a back issue or some kind of a shoulder issue, or you're some kind of a medication, like to know that, and that's exactly how I designed the programs and accordingly, because of course and that's something that I've been telling people, there's absolutely nothing that should be holding you from making or converting yourself to a fit person, whatever you've had, you know. There's हर इंसान की लाइफ में कोई ना कोई इश्यूज आए होते हैं हमेशा in the past, but that should not be holding you or stopping you from not having a fit body. And I think if I put it right up to your face and saying that for people who are a lot of people just make it as an excuse. You know, I know there are exceptions. I'm not going to pick on every person, but there are some people who will, you know, and I feel bad for these people sometimes, because it's an amazing feeling to having achieved the body you wanted to achieve, let alone the size, let alone कि आपका weight कितना कम हो रहा है, just that feeling that you've done something for yourself, that you are at least trying to get a fit and a healthier body, at least trying to get rid of all the medications. उसके बाद क्या होगा, who knows? But again, at least you're giving it a try. I mean, who doesn't want to try, right? And so that's very, very important. But again, there are a lot of people who will definitely find excuse wherever they are. You know, if it's kids, if it's a limitation, if it's some kind of, you know, time schedule. And I think it's sad. You know, they haven't enjoyed that feeling of how amazing it feels to having a good fit body, and you put your effort into it to get what you have. So if you're interested, I think it's, you know, it's definitely time. आप जहाँ पर भी से हमारा show सुन रहे हैं, of course, I think it's whatever you do, it's just a good thing. So I would say, please make yourself fit. Please get rid of the medications that you are on. There's no reason a person at 30, 40, or even 50 should be on a diabetes medication if you could take your body in the right direction. So there's absolutely no reason these things should be happening to you. Again, wanted to mention, हमारे सारे programs remotely किए जा सकते हैं. If you do not live in the area, all of our programs are accessible from wherever that you live. So, of course, you can do the program if you live in a different country, or if you listening to our show from a different state. All the programs are remotely. Just to name a couple of programs, we have a program called Complete 3-Month Weight Loss Program. Then we also have a Just Abs Level 1. Then we also have a Just Abs Level 2. Then we also have post-pregnancy and pre-pregnancy weight loss programs. Those are, of course, designed for women, but mostly of our programs of men and women both. And then we also have a challenge which is called a 30-day fitness challenge. So there are different levels of programs, and once I talk to you about your schedule, it kind of gives me a better idea to see what option is going to be the best for you. Okay. So again, to get into, if you're interested, आप call कर सकते हैं. I'll be happy to talk to you. You can set up an appointment. We can talk over the phone. Phone number to get in touch with me to set up an appointment is 408-320-8111. Studio number again, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. Just wanted to quickly start with something that I do get asked all the time is, especially with just too many vegetables and fruits outside in the summer season, I think I think a lot of people, should start introducing salads in their diet. Vegetables and salads and all kind of different mixture of proteins and everything. So it's very simple. So I wanted to share just a quick simple, not even a recipe, what a normal salad should be. So and the reason I wanted to mention that because sometimes a lot of people just think कि salad का मतलब है आपने कोई lettuce ले ली उसके ऊपर कोई Caesar dressing डाल के खा ली, that's a salad. You can do a lot of different combination of salad, and if you would follow what I'm giving you, you'll end up with a fantastic version of whatever vegetables you like. So let's start with a very simple, thing. So the first thing you want to add to a salad is some kind of a green. ठीक है, अब उस greens में अगर आपको spinach अच्छी लगती है, well, if not, that's fine. Go to some kind of a lettuce. Is red leaf lettuce, green leaf lettuce. बहुत अलग अलग तरह की lettuce मिलती है. Romaine lettuce मिलती है. Then of course there are turnip greens मिलते हैं, which is like the mustard kind of thing. Chard मिलती है, bok choy मिलता है, kale मिलती है, napa cabbage मिलती है. So there is just too many different of greens. So some kind of greens. So किसी भी grocery store में जाएं, pick up some green. Again, I always recommend try going organic as much as you can. So add greens, and I think sometimes you can always add two different kinds of greens. So let's say you like spinach but you also like some kind of a lettuce along with it, or you want to add a handful of kale, or you want to add some bok choy. Bok choy I think has a good crunch to it, and so I think so add one or two types of greens. So that's the first thing you're going to add to some kind of a salad. The second thing you're going to add is some kind of fruit. Okay, we'll get to that in just again. Phone number to give us a call हमारा स्टूडियो का है 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565, and again, आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show. I've been doing this show for more than 7 years now, every Wednesday between 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. My fitness center has been open for more than 11 years here in the Sunnyvale Bay area, called Rachna's Wellness. I'm the owner of Rachna's Wellness, and of course, a lot of the programs, mostly all of our programs, are designed specifically for our Desi community. So if you're interested in being a part of any of our program, would love to talk to you. And if you are interested in getting to know my center to see exactly what we do, what we provide, and how you could benefit from one of the programs, we have many different kind of weight loss programs, strength training programs for different age groups, men and women, of course for older people too. And जो भी आपके goals हैं, I'll be more than happy to help. All I can say is that I've never had a person who've never seen results in my, and I can proudly say that on air. Every person who's come to me has seen results. So that is how I'm proud to say that. But I think it's a milestone, it's an achievement, and I have worked hard towards it. And I think, and that's exactly what I tell again, going back to a fitness, ki please don't give up. There's absolutely no reason you should be giving up. Let's say आपका 5 pound पे weight अटक गया, 10 pound पे weight अटक गया, या फिर for whatever reason you fell off the wagon. You fell off the wagon, आपने कुछ whatever reason you just stopped doing what you were doing, and अब वो आपको लग रहा है वापस कहाँ से शुरू करें? क्यों नहीं शुरू करो? अगर नहीं शुरू करें, you're going to gain more weight back. So why not? Why not? So whatever reason, everyone is going to fall off the wagon here and there. Things are going to happen. कोई wedding आ गई रास्ते में, आप India चले गए, आप कोई vacation आ गई, you just stopped doing it, then you gained weight over there. Like, okay, how are we going to start it again? If you don't start, you're going to gain more weight. So now you decide, do you want to lose the weight that you gained and then of course lose more from there, or just give it up? So very important to be persistent in, of course, your health and fitness goals. And I think that applies to pretty much anything in life. Let's go and take some calls. We're going to be talking to, I guess, Vinu or Vinod from Mountain View. Hello, how are you? You're welcome. Go ahead. How are you and how can I help you? I would definitely, again, no, I am sure no one hates me for this, because I know there are a lot of people who believe that, pregnancy is something that we should be just to, again, to answer this question, no. Again, please listen to your doctor. I'm not your doctor. I don't know if you have any special conditions. But there's absolutely no reason for you to stop doing anything. And that's how I have trained myself. If you keep doing it, you can pretty much do any form of exercise until the day deliver. When I say any, means literally any. Again, please listen to your doctor, but I'm telling you based on my experience, you can pretty much do anything until the day you deliver, and that's when you don't end up gaining all the weight. And trust me, it's an amazing feeling when I'm just making fun. But imagine you delivered and someone says, "You wow, you look exactly what you look like before pregnancy." Trust me, that's going to make the whole life is worth right there. So so trust me. So please keep yourself fit, keep doing what you're doing. Don't take breaks in between. What a lot of women sometimes make a wrong mistake. Sometimes they, let's say they're doing it, and then the first trimester they just get scared. Oh my gosh, I just got pregnant, especially with the first pregnancy. I should now start taking things easy. I'll pick it up once the first trimester gets all settled, and then I'll start doing it, let's say, in the next 9 to 10 weeks. But that's when you're dropping your जब आपका अपने बॉडी में अपना पूरा अपनी एनर्जी बिल्ड की थी, आपने एंड्योरेंस बिल्ड किया था, उसको वापस ड्रॉप कर दिया. सो नाउ picking up a weight and starting doing something in the 10th week is now a bad thing. If you would have continued, you could have continued until the day ends. So again, listen to your doctor if you have any special conditions, but there's absolutely nothing wrong. The baby is extremely well protected in there. Yes. And when I say any, means anything is applicable here. It could be any kind of exercise. All are nice and safe. Whatever you've done so far, keep doing it. You can always keep doing it until the day you deliver, and pretty much right back after you deliver again. You're welcome. Thank you for calling. So I'm hoping, this statement motivates a lot of women who are either pregnant or looking to get pregnant or who've delivered. Like I said, trust me, it's an amazing feeling when you feel good after you've delivered a baby, because it's just an amazing feeling to have the body that you wanted to have. Okay, so please keep yourself fit, and husbands out there, you need to be motivating your wives and making sure they're getting the time. So please give them some time so they can go and do something for themselves and keep their body fit, because they're going to be happy wife, and who doesn't want to have a happy wife? So trust me on this. Phone number to call, studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. If you're interested in getting in touch with me, getting registered, we do have many different programs. Just to name a few, like I said, we have complete weight loss programs called 3-month weight loss programs. We have pre-pregnancy weight loss programs to make sure that the women stay nice and strong up to they get pregnant. And we also have post-pregnancy weight loss programs, and of course all different kind of programs. We have just abs that really works on toning up your abs, and 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever it is, we'll get there together. And we also have just abs level 2, which is again extremely challenging for people who've done a lot of abs, or the level 1, of course, is an easier version, but it gets harder. And then we also have a quick rapid 30-day fitness program that I definitely challenge you as much as I can every single day. Again, all of these programs I coach myself directly, so all you're going to be seeing me every time. And that's how I've designed my programs, and that's how I run my work and my business, because I want to be making sure that I'm with every single person individually. So if you're interested in getting to know me or getting registered for any of our batches, we do have the 3-month weight loss program that start every, I think the next should be starting around the middle of August, right back just about when the kids are going back to school. So it's a good time that, things are settled and back, and already summer vacation is just about over. Kind of sad, kind of nice, but if this is a time that you took off thinking, I'm going to spend time with the kids, amazing. Kudos to you. I think kids need your time. But now, if they're back in school, it's time for you to focus on yourself too. So if you're interested, we do have a complete 3-month weight loss program that would be starting around, I think it's 15th or 16th of August. You're again welcome to get registered. Give me a call, 408-320-8111. Website is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. Okay, so let's go and talk about our recipe or our simple combination for salad. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so 2 types of greens. Like I said, the first thing you want to have is maybe some kind of greens. So koi bhi salad, again, if anyone tuned in, we're talking about how to make like an amazing salad. Salad doesn't really mean ki bas Caesar dressing dal ke aap koi, lettuce dal ke kha rahe ho. It's boring. You need some crunch, you need different flavors, you need to mix and match flavors. So the first thing you need to add is 1 or 2 types of greens. Spinach dalo, lettuce dalo, koi kale, bok choy, cabbage, whatever greens that you like. Okay, and the second thing you're going to be adding is some kind of fruit. Okay, now be creative. It could be an apple, half an apple, of course, a Granny Smith apple, some sliced berries. I think berries, of course, taste amazing in salads. Plums. Be creative. Whatever salad, whatever flavor that you like, some kind of a fruit is going to add like a good twist to it. Next thing you want to add, अभी आपने दो कोई greens डाले हैं, कोई तरह का fruit डाला है. Next you want to add is a lot more veggies. Now, whatever vegetables you like. Okay, tomato, cucumber, onions, sweet onions, green onions, celery, radish, mooli, gajar, avocados, beets, olives, peppers. There's just tons of stuff available. Just look around. I mostly always recommend people to pick all different colors. हर color की vegetable or fruits के अंदर कोई अलग antioxidant होता है. So we want to make sure you're getting the best antioxidants possible. So pick all different colors of fruits and vegetables as much as you can. Peppers, peas, mushrooms, matar, bean sprouts. घर में आपने अपने sprouts बनाए, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, green beans, whatever, broccoli, anything that you like. Okay, so you want to pick lots and lots more veggies. And the next thing you want to add is some kind of nuts. Nuts are a fantastic way to add some kind of a crunch, adding omega-3s and also adding some fiber and some protein. Okay, so again, you're probably going to add you can add some pine nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, I think, whatever nuts, koi bhi nuts, moongfali, I think peanuts itself, a lot of desi people like the peanut flavor. So moongfali, if you like the mirch wali moongfali jo hoti hai, like, dry roasted apne ghar pe, add a little bit of salt and mirch to it, and that's amazing. You can add that to a salad. And so that's the next thing you want to add. So again, we talked about some kind of greens, then we talked about some kind of a fruit, and then we also talked about some kind of vegetables, and then we talked about some kind of nuts. Okay, again, make sure the portion size of nuts is, you're overloading with nuts because they're higher in calories, but again, they're good for you. So, about a fistful is good option to add. And then you want to add, if you eat some kind of cheese and some kind of a cheese, that's going to make it all nice and creamy. If you don't want to add some cheese, you can also add a spoon of yogurt or Greek yogurt or maybe cottage cheese or just a little bit of crumbled paneer. Okay, cheese could be blue cheese, cheddar, Swiss, feta, Parmesan cheese, jo pizza ke saath milta hai. Some kind of a cheese. It's going to kind of blend everything all together. Okay, and then you want to add some kind of protein. Okay, if you eat meat, of course, if you're you can add some hard-boiled eggs. You can add some grilled chicken breast, some tuna, some steak, shrimp, whatever that you like. If you don't eat protein, then okay, you're going to skip that part. That's fine enough. You can also, of course, sprouts are a good source of proteins. I would probably use more sprouts in a salad. And then you're going to add, ye sab aapne mix kar liya. Now you're probably going to add some kind of dressing. Up dressing ke liye, please do not go to all those Caesar dressings and whatnot. We have a couple callers. I'll get to you in just a second once I finish this statement, so please keep holding. So again, some kind of a salad dressing. Best is just some, extra virgin olive oil and some vinegar. Okay, it could be rice vinegar, it could be a red wine vinegar, it could be a balsamic vinegar, or just freshly squeezed lemon juice. That's it. Any option is possible, and you can add that. And the last you're going to add is some kind of fiber. That means either just a teaspoon of chia seeds or a teaspoon of flax seeds. Okay, so that's a fantastic option. Let's go move some callers. We're going to be talking to, I think, Vidya, if I have the name right, from Sunnyvale. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you, and how can I help you? Hanji, bolo. Yes, but I know I've done a couple of shows. I've talked about the benefits of desi ghee, but again, remember, desi ghee is high in calories. So yes, desi ghee is a good fat, and so is coconut oil. Pure organic अब देसी घी जब हो तो make sure वो pure organic हो. Mostly देसी stores में हमारे Indian stores में it's very hard to find an organic desi ghee. You can make yourself at home from pure organic butter, but I've also seen Whole Foods and Sprouts, they do have desi ghee, which is pure organic desi ghee, and if you don't want to make it at home. But a lot of the Indian stores, I really haven't seen a lot of organic desi ghee in mostly a lot of the Indian stores. So having said that, portion is important too. Yes, it is fat, but it's good fat. But yes, I would recommend probably a teaspoon of desi ghee to maybe a teaspoon and a half in a day per person. Okay, if I put it this way. You can cook in olive oil, yes. Just make sure it's not the extra virgin olive oil, it's the regular olive oil. And try to keep the temperature a little bit lower when you're cooking with olive oil. Or if you want to do a high temperature cooking, then avocado oil is a very fantastic and healthy option, and so is coconut oil. And even mustard oil is also a better option. Just please do not use canola oils, corn oils, vegetable oils, safflower oils. Those are just not good. They are, very high in omega-6, which is bad for you. So, coconut oil can withstand go ahead. I'm sorry, say it again, please. Sesame oil is good, but I think sesame oil really, yes, it kind of, if I put it on a scale of, let's say, 1 to 10, with 1 being the best in terms of what we're talking about is inflammation and omega-3s, right? So what oils are best for the body? So if I would put coconut oil and desi ghee and avocado oil in 1 and 2s, then I'd probably put, sesame oil to maybe 5 or 6. And just so that you understand, if I'm putting corn oil or safflower oil or vegetable oils, I'm going to give them a 10. So we're just in between. So that means sesame oil is a good option, but it's still not the best option when it's considered in the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. But it's definitely a better option than many other vegetable oils. Magic thing for babies to become fat. Okay. Is she already having the milk from outside? Store-bought or nurse? Okay. What could you do? You know what? They'll just gain weight themselves. I was going to say that once you start going to store-bought milk, make sure you're never, one thing I always tell people, I'm sorry to say, a lot of doctors nowadays are recommending even low-fat to babies. I don't know why they would do that. I think a little one growing up needs full-fat milk. And so is mom's milk already. So you want to make sure that you're getting good full fat milk for the little one when he or she goes to store-bought milk. And also make sure that you're getting pure organic milk, grass-fed cows and that kind of stuff. So don't just pick up any milk, especially for your kids, because that's when a lot of allergies start to happen. Get full fat milk. I recommend non-homogenized milk, and non-homogenized milk जो होता है उसके ऊपर पूरा fat होता है. You'll see when you get a container, it looks like Indian milk. So there's a big chunk of fat on the top because it's never been homogenized. But until you do that, as long as the baby's all eating and sleeping and fine, they're fine. Don't worry about the weight, that's just the way you are. That's just the way are. There's absolutely no wrong. A lot of people honestly sometimes think, and that's I think a misconception. A lot of people, especially when a baby is born, अभी भी हमारे इंडियन कल्चर में कहा जाता है जब बच्चा बहुत बड़ा पैदा होता है तो कहा जाता है बहुत ही हेल्दी बच्चा पैदा हुआ है. And there's so many researches, and I personally have just read so much about that. Heavier the weight of the baby when they're born, the tendency they're going to be more heavier and gain weight when they're 15 and 16, always going to be higher. So जो misconception है हम लोग के दिमाग में कि 8 और 9 या 10 पाउंड का बच्चा हुआ है तो कि वाह बहुत healthy बच्चा पैदा हुआ है, I mean that's just wrong. As long as the kid is strong, the baby is strong, they don't have any issues, don't worry about the weight. You're welcome. Thank you for calling. Moving on with the show, हमारा स्टूडियो नंबर है 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को रचना's फिटनेस शो पे. डू कम एवरी वेडनेसडे बिटवीन 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. वी डू टेक योर लाइव कॉल्स. अगर आपके पास कोई क्वेश्चन एक्सरसाइज न्यूट्रिशन फिटनेस से रिलेटेड, वेट लॉस, वेट गेन से रिलेटेड, आई वुड डेफिनेटली बी हैप्पी टू हेल्प यू एज मच एज आई कैन. Let's say you've been trying to lose weight and you have a question about what to eat, what not to eat, or you've been trying to eat healthy, you don't have an option, what kind of exercise is good for you based on your weight loss goals. Any kind of questions उस डायरेक्शन में आप हमसे कॉल करके पूछ सकते हैं. अभी स्टूडियो नंबर है 408-912-5565. And again, wanted to mention I have my own YouTube channel called Rachna's Wellness on YouTube. In fact, I just posted another recent video. I'm back up again. I know I was posting a lot of videos a month or 2 months back and just got tied up with a bunch of other things and I've started posting again. So please subscribe to my channel called Rachna's Wellness on YouTube. अगर आपके पास YouTube की ऐप है, so you just go find Rachna's Wellness, or अगर ऐप नहीं है, तो you can of course go through your Safari or browser, go to youtube.com, and there's a bunch of videos I've been posting. Again, what are these videos? This is something that I've been talking to you for so many years, been telling you, but now I'm actually physically showing you. Let's say comparing portion sizes, doing healthy ways of cooking, making a salad, making some kind of a dessert and an ice cream. I'm talking about healthy snacks. So I think the recent video I just did was some on healthy sweet snacks. What options could be? I know everyone has sweet tooth, so I did about 7 to 8 snacking options for people who have sweet tooth. The next one I should be probably doing is for salty healthy snacks. And so again, check the videos out. If you like them, give them a thumbs up, and if it's good, make sure to subscribe to my channel called Rachna's Wellness on YouTube. And that's another way you can always stay, get in touch, stay, keep it. In fact, I'm going to make sure that I'm posting a lot more videos coming soon, and that could be in exercise direction, health news, fitness, and whatnot. So a lot of activity should be starting to happen even more soon enough. So again, YouTube channel का नाम है Rachna's Wellness. आपको अगर हमें contact करना है, you want to set up an appointment, you want to join one of my weight loss programs, I'll be happy to help you. We do have another complete 3-month weight loss program starting August 15th, I think 16th or 15th, just on the middle of August. And so I'm designing this so that, mostly the kids are back in school, so a lot of people can then focus on themselves, and they're done with the vacationing and all that stuff, summer, vacations and whatnot. So again, starts middle of August, a complete 3-month weight loss program for men and women. To get registered, to get in touch with me, to see what this program is all about, or to see which program. I'll explain you all the programs, I'll explain you all the schedules, I'll see what exactly works for you, and then get you registered accordingly. Wanted to mention again, हमारे programs remotely भी किए जा सकते हैं. So if you are listening to my show, or if you have a friend or a family member who lives back in India and you've lost weight but you don't know how to tell them, I think this would be the best thing for them, because I've of course worked with a lot of people living back in India or different countries. So I've designed a lot of programs, especially for people who are remote. And I'm glad, because they're actually working. I'm getting amazing feedback from people who are doing a lot of my remote programs, that they're, it's amazing. So expanding in that direction. But again, if you have someone, or if you yourself want to do a program remotely, you're definitely welcome to. I'll be happy to give you details, which program, which option works for you. Of course, all of my programs start with the initial goals. I'm going to start with the current weight, measurements, and then keep a track of that. Some programs I'm actually tracking everything daily, your weight every day. And some programs I track everything on a week by week basis. So again, information के लिए, registration के लिए, to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Website is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. अभी स्टूडियो का नंबर है टू कॉल मी एंड आस्क अ क्वेश्चन अबाउट एक्सरसाइज, हेल्थ, वेट लॉस, अपना वेट गेन, वेट लॉस के बारे में कोई भी क्वेश्चन है आपको अपनी हेल्थ से रिलेटेड, आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. स्टूडियो का नंबर है 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. Okay, so that was our quick recipe, quick recap. So we talked about how to make a quick, amazing salad that's always going to taste good. I mean, no matter what. So you're going to take some kind of green vegetables, 1 or 2 green vegetables. You're going to take some kind of fruit, और उसके अंदर आप बहुत सारी vegetables डालोगे, थोड़े से nuts डालोगे, किसी भी तरह का cheese डालोगे. Cheese नहीं खाते हो तो yogurt is fine. Or if you don't eat cheese, you can always forget the cheese part of it. Some protein. If you don't eat protein, that's fine. Any kind of protein, eggs, chicken, fish, whatever, tuna. Some kind of a dressing. Dressing, of course, the best is some, some balsamic vinegar. I think tastes amazing. Lemon juice, fresh lemon juice tastes amazing. A little bit of brown sugar and some rice vinegar tastes amazing. A little bit of, let's say, some kind of a mustard sauce. It tastes amazing. Any combination, thoda vinegar mein mix karke, some extra virgin olive oil is always going to taste amazing. And in the end, of course, on the top, you can probably sprinkle some flax seeds or some chia seeds. And the whole crunch and the whole concoction that we just created is going to be amazing, trust me. Okay. Studio number again, 408-912-5565. Wanted to talk about another thing, is just a simple thing that I wanted you to test for yourself and see where you stand, is your waist to hip ratio. Waist to hip ratio. I think this is something that every person needs to know. Okay, if you don't know what your waist to hip ratio is and you're running away from it, there's something wrong. Okay, so this is the ratio of the circumference of a waist to your hips. Simple. So all you take is, you take a measuring tape, okay, and you put it right around your waist, and this would be just around your belly button, or wherever you think is the maximum stomach size. Okay, some people have upper stomach, some people have lower stomach. Okay, so whatever you think is the belly exactly protruding out, the maximum belly size, that's what is called the waist. Okay, and so you're going to take that, and then you're going to take measure your hip size, which is of course around your bottoms, and then you're going to take your waist and divide it by your hip size. Okay, and this is called waist to hip ratio. I think this is one of the most important things you need to know without doing any tests. And this tells a lot about you, where you stand, what your health condition is, आपको कौन सी disease हो सकती है, नहीं हो सकती है, diabetes का ratio है, diabetes की probability है, आप pre-diabetic हो सकते हो, नहीं हो सकते हो, triglycerides can, just way too many things could be right there just with that number. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's go and take a call. We're going to be talking to Neha from Santa Clara. Hi Neha, how are you? Very good. How can I help you? Yes, like I said, yes. I of course will never in any of my weight loss programs. I don't say no to anything. So of course I'm going to give you fats. You're also going to get protein. Also going to get carbs, fruits and vegetables, and also carbs from grains. It's all about the combination of what proportion are we using in. But yes, it is definitely fine to eat some kind of grain bread while you're on any kind of weight loss program. Yes. You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Okay, so again, studio number, if you have a question, similar question, or a question about your health, weight loss, आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. Studio number है 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. If you're interested in a complete weight loss program, we do have a program starting on August 15th or 16th, I guess, and it's a complete 3-month weight loss program for men and women called Just Abs. That means I'm definitely going to make sure that we lose a lot of inches from the waistline, of course, but I also kind of change it from person to person. So let's say you have a little bit different goals. I'll be happy to sit down with you and then design a program accordingly based on your goals. Programs can be done remotely. They could be done on my site on site, which is our center is located in Sunnyvale, California, or they can always be a combination. Let's say you're only available once a week or twice a week. So you will come in those many number of days a week, and the other days you're going to work out from home with me. Okay, of course you're going to work out with me, but you're going to be doing it from home. So there are many different options available. Okay, so we're going to be, let's see, I think we have some couple of callers. Yeah, let's see. Okay, again, studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. Okay. In the meanwhile, हम आपको, actually I was typing something as we go. Okay, ये studio number, if you want to get in touch with me regarding the programs, 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Okay. Let's go and talk to, we're going to be taking another call, I guess, from Perry. Hello, how are you? Okay, sure, I'll do that. So let me take your answer off air. So, and then yes, I'll definitely talk about that. Thank you for calling. Okay, so waist to hip ratio, like we talked about, is, I was going to get to that in just a second. So all you're going to do is measure waist size, if anyone tuned in, and then you're also going to measure hip size, bottoms, and then you're going to divide the waist divided by hips. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, let's say, I'm just going to take a typical example. So let's say if, let's pick a woman. So let's say a woman has 28 inches waist size, and then hips are 36 inches. So that means you're going to take 28 divided by 36, and then you get the number, let's see, about 0.77 something. Okay, so if I'm going to classify this person as healthy or healthier, that means they have lower tendency. And let me now explain you the numbers. So if the waist to hip ratio, okay, and I'll get to what diseases they could be probably prone to. We'll get to that in just a second. But let's go for male first. So let's go for men or male. If this number comes to less than 0.9, maybe you have low risk of a lot of health problems and cardiovascular diseases and LDL and HDL and triglycerides and diabetes. You're on a low risk ratio. Okay, so if this number of waist to hips that you have comes to less than 0.9, I would probably say maybe 0.8, but let's start with 0.9. But if this number comes between 0.9 to 0.99, that means it's just around 1. Moderate risk to cardiovascular, that means you're at moderate risk. And if this ratio comes 1 and over, you better be doing something. You better start something right away. There's something wrong that you're doing. You are at extremely high risk of cardiovascular problems. Again, if you know what these numbers means, 1 and over. That means आपका जो hip size है, आपकी स्टमक से कम है, दैट मीन्स आपकी स्टमक जो है हिप से बड़ी है. That's just a wrong thing. That means you're just, I don't know how to say it strongly enough. There's something wrong that needs to be changed here. You are prone to being either pre-diabetic or you already have diabetes. आपको cholesterol issue हो सकते हैं. आपको a lot of cardiovascular diseases के आपको chance है. Okay, so that's the numbers. Those are the numbers. So let's go and talk about women. A little bit different numbers based upon the way the women's body shape is. So women के लिए if this number is less than 0.8, you are at low risk. Okay, so women के लिए number कम है, because of course women have generally a little bit different body shape, like I said. So if the number is less than 0.8 for women, waist to hip ratio, you're at low risk of health problems. If the number is between 0.8 to 0.89, moderate risk. And if the number is 0.9 and over, high risk. Extremely high risk, I would say. So if the number comes to 0.9 and over, you're extremely high risk for all kind of cardiovascular problems. Okay. Now, when I say cardiovascular problems, what do you mean by that? I already said it could be diabetes issues, it could be triglycerides, cholesterol issues, and whatnot. High LDL. Metabolic syndrome. I know I've talked about this in the past. What is metabolic syndrome? It's typically described a problem कि something is wrong in the cardiovascular system, or you probably have some kind of type 2 diabetes. Okay. Now, how do we check if you have metabolic? Again, these are simple at-home tests. इसके लिए आपको कोई डॉक्टर के बड़े बड़े टेस्ट नहीं कराने हैं. ये आप घर पे देख सकते हो आपकी बेस के हिप रेशो क्या है. So you know exactly कि you're prone to something or you're not prone to something. Okay. So metabolic syndrome pretty much is a risk of factors. If you, अगर आपको मैं आपको लिस्ट दूंगी, I'm going to give you about 6 to 7 different points, 5 to 6 points. अगर इनमें से आपको 3 या 3 से ज़्यादा हैं, then you're going to be called someone who has metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome. And again, metabolic syndrome means you are prone to maybe diabetic. You are also prone to have cholesterol and triglyceride issues. Okay. So what are the 3 symptoms? Let's say your blood pressure, first of all. If your blood pressure is above 136 by 88, it's considered high. That's the first factor. So let's say आपको इनमें से I'm going to give you actually 5 to be precise. इन 5 में से कोई भी 3 या 3 से ज़्यादा हैं, you have something what is called metabolic syndrome. So blood pressure अगर आपका 136 by 88 से हमेशा high आता है, or mostly, that's something wrong. Waist size, like I already talked about, waist to hip ratio की बात की थी. अगर आपका men के लिए अगर waist to hip ratio is above 0.9, that's bad. Female के लिए if the waist to hip ratio is above 0.89, again that's bad. Okay. The third one is if your triglycerides, again sometimes they could be higher in some people, case by case basis, but generally if your triglycerides above 150, that's again considered wrong. Now triglycerides are in combination. Let's say अगर आपका LDL or HDL, I know I've done some shows in the past, but LDL HDL सिर्फ हमेशा ठीक आता है. Diabetes की कोई issue नहीं है. But आपके triglycerides for some reason, I've had a bunch of cases where people have this, उनके triglycerides हमेशा 200s में रहते हैं. Yes, listen to your doctor, but as per a lot of reading, a lot of research I've read and done myself is you don't have specific issues. If everything else is fine, because it's the LDL, it's the size particle of the LDL that's more scary than the triglycerides itself. But in general, if your triglycerides, going back to conversation, are always higher than 150, then that's wrong. आपको insulin resistance है कि डॉक्टर ने कहा है pre-diabetic हो या diabetes हो सकती है, what not, and you have a low LDL, which is the good cholesterol. Low HDL, which is the good cholesterol. So अगर आपका HDL low आता है, that's wrong too. So first of all, I would suggest you to get a blood pressure machine. It's just something you need to have. Okay. Again, to recap everything, just by losing 10 pounds will lower your metabolic syndrome. अगर आपको 3 factors थे, इसमें से probably 2 रह जाएंगे. Another 10 pounds, probably going to vanish away. So again, recap and saying it, if I would, bring everything all back together, इनमें से अगर आपको 3 तो छोड़ो, 2 भी हैं, I think there's something you need to start doing. Let's say your waist size, and I think सबको पता होता है क्योंकि waist size hip से ज़्यादा नहीं है, And I think there's another simple way of doing it. It's funny, but if you stand straight and you look down, if you cannot see your knees, right, without bending forward, so if you're standing straight, absolutely straight, and you look down, but your knees are not visible to you, there's something wrong. And I think that applies to men and women both. So जहाँ पर भी हो खड़े होके देखो, अगर आपको अपनी knees नहीं दिख रहे हैं, that means that stomach is sticking in between and the knees to go in. So you need to work on that belly fat because it's just not the way you look. That belly fat is prone to so much inflammation, or inflammation is going to cause so many diseases. It could be digestion issues, of course, obesity issues, cancer issues, whatnot. So make sure that your, waist to hips ratio is the right number, like we talked about. Okay, kick it up a notch. Jo bhi aap karte ho, start doing a little bit more of it. Let's say you've got last good stubborn pounds you want to lose, so let's work a little bit more on it. Okay. Again, story number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. To get in touch with us, आप हमें call कर सकते हैं 408 अभी इस number पे. But in general, if you're interested in complete weight loss programs, we do have different batches. We do have a batch called Complete Men and Women Weight Loss Program called Just Abs. It is starting on August 15th and just the middle of August. And to get registered, to get information, you're welcome to give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you over the phone, explain your details. Of course, get your details to see aapke kya goals hain, aapka kya schedule hai, because I kind of design programs accordingly for people based upon your schedule, your goals, the areas of the body you wanted to focus on, your metabolism, your health conditions, your limitations you might have, and then design programs accordingly. But ये सब डिस्कस करने के लिए आप हमें फ़ोन कर सकते हैं, मुझे फ़ोन कर सकते हैं, हम फ़ोन पे बात कर सकते हैं, or we can always sit down and at my center in Sunnyvale and talk and see exactly what you're looking to achieve. Again, to phone number to get in touch with me either way is 408-320-8111. वेबसाइट पे आपको हमारी कॉन्टैक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलेगी, rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. You can always get in touch with us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/rachnaradio. Please like our page, Rachna Radio का पेज है Facebook पे. और आप हमारे YouTube चैनल को तो please subscribe करो. I would definitely want, like I said, I make these videos because I'm really kind of getting a lot more videos done soon enough. But it's an amazing feeling because I know you've all heard me for so many years, and now it's time to see what I have been telling for a long time in terms of snacking options, and give me ideas to you. And I've already been getting a bunch of ideas actually on my Facebook and emails saying ऐसा देखना. But if something specific you would want to see in terms of cooking video, healthy way से आपने कोई recipe बनाई है उसको healthy convert करते हैं, I'll work with you. Let's say you like some recipe, you want to make it healthier. I'll have a recipe for you. If there's something specific you want to wear, but would love to hear exactly आप क्या देखना चाहेंगे videos में. आप हमें Facebook पे मैसेज कर सकते हैं, email कर सकते हैं, और I'll be happy to talk to you also. But again, YouTube पे जो हमारा page है, it's a channel, where we have all the videos posted. YouTube पे Rachna's Wellness. So please go subscribe to my channel and watch all the videos. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk about today is don't have too much time today, but I'll probably start a little, but I'll of course have to finish off next week. Okay. Raw food. Again, I'm not promoting raw food diet. I'm not telling you to go raw. I'm just trying to explain you what the raw food diet is. And then, of course, give you more details, which, like I said, don't just jump on conclusions from what I'm going to start by saying. I'm going to go in a direction and then make my own conclusion, give you a conclusion towards the end. But usse pehle, what is the raw food diet? Okay. Typically, it means is that, everything is raw. Okay. उससे पहले हम decision लें कि करना अच्छा है या नहीं है. I, of course, need to explain you what is raw food diet. Okay. A lot of people worldwide are turning away not only from, meat and processed food, they're also turning away from cooking. Yeah, easier, But at the same time, there's a reason a lot of people are going for raw food diet. Okay. As a standard diet, जो आज के लोग खाते हैं is full of sugar, salt, processed foods, a lot of ganda, not the good fat, bad fat, and of course the metabolic disorders जब हमने बात की थी are on the rise. Obesity is on the rise. Type 2 diabetes is on the rise. A lot of things are on the rise. Cancer rate इतना बढ़ रहा है. So there's something going on in the world that people are starting to get conscious and they're trying to make changes. And one of them is a raw food diet. Okay, obesity. Just to give you some information, obesity now affects more than 35 to 40% of the people living in this country. And India का तो मुझे पता नहीं. I think India का और भी high है. People in India, for some reason, they've just stopped working out. They have help for every single thing. They have the most fancy cars available. Everything is easily available at the click of a phone, whatever number. People get food delivered to their homes. Just movement is minimal. So sad, but that's happening. So I don't know what the rates of India right now, but in this country, about 35 to 40% of the people living in this country are being affected by obesity. Over 29 million people have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and heart disease, of course, which is the number one killer still. Okay, LDL cholesterol जो है बहुत लोगों का हाई जा रहा है, HDL बहुत लोगों का लो जा रहा है. So it should be the other way around. Okay, so now that's when of course ये सब thoughts जब दिमाग में आते हैं तो लोग people start exploring what should I do. Again, like I said, I'm talking about raw food diet. I'm not recommending you. You have to listen to my show the next week to see exactly what my point is here. But again, what is the principle of the raw food diet? Principle ये है कि the principle of raw food is that it's just as the human body, right? जब हमारे टेम्परेचर में बुखार होता है, right? Normally in general हमारा टेम्परेचर क्या होता है बॉडी का? 98.6, right? The max कहा जाता है 104 हम हैंडल कर सकते हैं. 104 से ज़्यादा होगा तो हम of course we're supposed to go to a doctor, right? Because that's very high temperature, right? So typically that just the human body, like I said, it cannot tolerate temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what the raw food people say. Neither can food. Neither can food. So if our body cannot handle anything that's 104 degrees and above, we're supposed to rush to a doctor because something is wrong going on in there. Neither can food handle anything that's beyond that temperature. Cooking is done at a way high temperature. Cooking तो हम 100 या 100 plus में mostly हमारी cooking होती है, right? Centigrades में बात हो रही है. यहाँ पे body cannot handle more than 40. So whatever, as per the advocates of raw food diet, whatever we eat, say advocates, should not be heated above 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So of course in the raw food diet, you're supposed to eat a lot of fresh foods. Dehydrator use कर सकते हो, which is on a very low heat. या sun में, you can put fruits and vegetables and dry them. Or like I said, dehydrator is a very low heat kind of a thing. If you don't have it, I think it's a good thing to have at home. Ferment करके खा सकते हो खाने को. Ferment से cook भी हो जाता है, but आपने उसको temperature पे cook नहीं किया because the bacteria starts to ferment and eat it up. And that's another good way also. Okay, of course, like I said, raw foods में ये सब होते हैं. Of course, the raw foods, the way they put it is that the raw food dieters say the food is live when you're eating it. It's full of energy. I'm just, again, like I said, I'm not recommending you to jump onto it until you listen to my show next week. But cooked food, as per them, is considered dead. It has no energy in it. It has no life energy in it. So that's exactly what it means. Okay. So having said that, now what types of raw food diets are there? There are different types. कई लोग होते हैं जो absolutely 100% raw food diet पे चले जाते हैं. And then of course there are people who are, let's see, I think I'm supposed to wrap up here. Okay, I was not getting the message. Okay, so again, wrapping up, I'm going to come back to your show next, same topic, we're going to continue, so please listen to me. Again, if you're interested in our complete weight loss programs, our next batch is starting on August 15th, 3-month program, 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Website is rachnaradio.com, R-A-C-H-N-A, rachnaradio.com. If you want to come and meet me, set up an appointment, do a program remotely, or if you have a weight loss goal, I'll be more than happy to help you, get you off medication, get you lose weight, whatever it is. So again, would be happy to hear from you. To set up an appointment, give me a call, 408-320-8111, or check out my website, rachnaradio.com. I'll be again here next Wednesday. Till then, keep fit and keep working out.